Will they be lovebirds or not? They're still warming up to each other, even just to be like friends. She's not having it. She's like, no. Oh, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome. So, pretty exciting day today, guys. Today, we are going to be putting our male, newish donkey, Jack, who's a stud, with Dinky, our female donkey. So we've had Dinky now for about to be 4 years. I know it's crazy. I was doing the math and I was like, oh my gosh, the time is absolutely flying. I feel like I just got her like a year or so ago. So it's kind of crazy. So I was like, okay, this makes sense if we want to do this. I've actually always wanted to have a baby donkey. Well, I guess I should say is that's what I expected that I was getting. When we got Dinky, she was actually like sold to us. I don't want to say, I mean, I did buy her off of a feedlot, but she was actually represented to us as a donkey that was in full. So basically she was represented as a donkey that was pregnant. But that obviously wasn't the case because here we are, 4 years later and don't have a baby donkey. I was fine with her not being pregnant at that time. When she got here, my vet came out and examined her and realized that she was only about 8 months old. So I was actually really grateful that she wasn't pregnant because I just don't think that's necessarily right to do to her. So 5 years old though, that's more optimal age and that's something that I would understand better. So not upset that she wasn't pregnant, but also I was excited to have a donkey that was pregnant, and also for the fact of having a birth here on our farm and having a baby donkey because that's ultimately what we wanted. So for years now, before I just want to ramble just for maybe 15 seconds longer, but for years we have tried to find a stud donkey to breed Dinky with, and it just was like impossible to find like a higher four kind of donkey. I don't know, it's just hard. Not a lot of people have donkeys in the area and not a lot of people like to keep stud donkeys, but we got Jack, who's a stud, and he's like 13 years old and he's been a stud for this whole time. He has a great temperament, great coloring, and now knowing, since talking to his previous owner, that he's produced a bunch of healthy and successful babies, that it makes me even more inclined to want to do this. I love both of the donkeys' personalities, and I also love both their colorings. We're gonna put them together today anyways. It might not even take or anything like that, but I want to put them together because I want Jack to have a friend, knowing that for his whole life he's always been with a friend. And I know that Dinky will like to be with another donkey, I'm sure. She grew up with donkeys until she came over here and hasn't been with a donkey since. But donkeys are herd animals. She has a herd here of horses, but I know a donkey would be even more in line with her. So I'm excited. We've made the decision. We've thought about it long and hard that if she does end up pregnant, that we'll be excited and we would want this. So that's what we're gonna do. Jack is actually in the back pasture though, so we gotta go move him over to the other pasture. Right, Jack? So Jack is in the back pasture. There's no one else back here except, look at that, meaty cat. And he's supposed to be over there, so we're putting him back over there. He got out of this gate. This gate sometimes opens up, so he got out, and then when we went to put him back, we just ended up putting him back over here just because it was quicker and easier, because this gate's a little bit wonky. But what's up? So I'm really excited about this if it potentially happens. I mean, she may not take even, so they could be together for a while, but to my knowledge the gestational period of a donkey is pretty lengthy, like a year long, so it would be a while before she even gave birth. And Dinky has such good mannerisms, we never even know when she's in heat because she's always so nice. I mean, like her normal attitude is here and there, but no real difference. So Jack is now put back to where he needed to be, and I'm headed back to the barn. But we did choose this to do on a Saturday because we wanted to be here like 2 full days. So Saturday all day now, and then Sunday, which is tomorrow obviously, so that we could just monitor them and be here 24/7, because on the weekends we're home all the time, rather than doing it on a weekday where we would be away for extended periods of time. And if anything, I don't know, nothing I don't think is gonna happen, but if anything did happen or other, I just wanted to be here for it, and just monitor. And I don't think anything's gonna happen with the 2 donkeys, to be honest, more so just because we have the goats and pig out there. So just make sure that they're not being territorial or anything like that with the other animals. I'm more concerned about the other animals, but there's a ton of pasture out there that they can run away from everybody, so I'm not really worried about it at all, actually. But I mean, it's just another thing to think about. But all the horses are in their stalls. They're finishing eating, and then I'm gonna just keep them in until we get Dinky over to the other side. We're gonna grab some hay, and that's how we're gonna coax her over there. Basically just get her to walk over there. She'll likely follow us. She loves hay. And then they can, you know, meet each other over breakfast or whatever, which I don't fully think is like a super great idea, because Jack does get a little bit territorial around the hay, and so does Dinky. So probably not the best idea, but at least it'll keep them distracted like right away. And then when they're done with the hay, they'll be like, whatever. So really not super worried, just kind of excited actually. But, you know, I'm sure they're gonna kick each other or something like that and then be all fine. But anyways, it's time to bring her over. I am so excited. We're on our walk over there. She is following the hay. She kind of has a little attitude. You can see she's wanting her hay. We're staying far away from them, but she's pinning her ears, and she's funny. Like, see, she does have a little attitude sometimes, but she's so nice that, like, you know, she has a little attitude. She wants the hay, but she doesn't do anything to ever try to hurt us or anything like that. Yeah, we'll try. Okay. There's Jack. Jack does love her though. Like, Jack will sit here and pace against this fence and call for her to come over, and he gets so happy when she does. All right, moment of truth. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stay outside this fence just because I have the baby. That was... oh boy, oh boy. That is not a real reaction, I would say, to them meeting each other, because he kicks anybody that's behind him when he eats. He's honestly just being territorial of the food right now. So he will do that if Penelope's around. He'll do that if the goats are around. He just doesn't like people around his, well, I shouldn't say people, like other animals while he's eating. So they're keeping their distance just because of where their hay piles are. Mike moved their piles, as you guys saw, and we'll let them just eat their grass. So this will probably take them a good while, because those Dinky, those flakes are a little compressed, so it'll probably take them a bit, and then we'll really get a true feel of what they think about each other when the hay's over with. They've decided that they want some of her hay now. She's so annoyed. Look at them ears. She does not want them eating her hay. But you can kind of see their size difference. Like, they're actually very similar in size. So he's maybe a little taller, but he's kind of on higher ground a little bit. But they are almost like identical in height. And he's just like a little bit more like fuller. Like, he keeps a little bit more fullness on him, it seems. But he also is a male, and then he's way darker than her. Like, she's pretty dark, but she has a lot of the light on her, like her face, and then her underneath is all white. So very dark though, both of them. I would be curious, if the breeding does work, what their baby would look like. Look, she's getting annoyed. She's like, go away from me. Hi, Miss Penny. Hi, how are you? You got another little animal over here with you. These guys are at it again. They bug Dinky so much. Even when they were over here with her, we would often like separate them sometimes, just because they would get under her skin so much. They're just like, honestly, the goats are pretty annoying. Not gonna lie. If you have goats, you might be able to relate. Let me know in the comments, like, if you guys have goats and your goats are annoying, because they are just menaces. They're always into stuff. You guys are all over here hanging out. What are you doing over here? Watching the show? They're on this side of their enclosure. Hello. Oh my gosh, Cookie, you're huge. I think you eat everybody's food, because you're humongous. Stewie! Stewie, you're starting to look old. Mr. Pig! Hi, Bubba's. I just walked back to the barn, and the ducks are in the barn. They're hardly ever in the barn now. That's funny. All right, well, I'm coming in, guys. They're gonna get scared, I'm sure. What are you guys up to? Nobody panic. They're panicking. I'm going very slow, giving you an opportunity to leave. Nothing's really happening over there, so that's good. I'd rather nothing really be happening over there, but I am gonna let the horses out into the back, normal. Blaze, he's being funny, he's yawning. Where is he? Right there. He's yawning. Blaze, Cash, and Louie, I'm gonna let them out to the back without Dinky. It's been so long that they haven't been around with Dinky. She's been out here with them. They can actually eat their hay in peace. Junie! June, we may have a baby Dinky. She's like, I do not care. So this is the new crew. I think they're very excited and happy to have her back, but they won't leave her alone. And then Jack's over there with Oreo. But I'm happy with what's going on over here still. Nothing really has much change. Penelope, you're being so loud. Oh my. Wow, she's using her loud voice. I don't know why though. Why are you so loud? Why? Anyways, it's been a few hours now and really not much movement. So this is good. I didn't really want anything crazy, so this is great. They seem really comfortable with each other. Jack's over there, Dinky's over here. So I was actually about to say that I was pleased with the transition, but I wanted them to be hanging out more as friends because donkeys do really well in pairs. And then he randomly just starts walking over to her. So I don't know, she seems annoyed with him. They've been out here now for a good couple hours, and this is the most that they've interacted with each other other than the first, like, oh look, Monster just popped up. Other than the first meeting, but he just got kicked in the face. It's going really well. So I don't know if right now he might be trying to like feel her out a little bit and see, but she's following him now, so I don't know, maybe they're talking to each other because this is the most movement that we've seen from them. They've been together, but he was like, fine, I'll leave you alone, and then she's pretty much followed him. But yeah, I just want them to be friends, like, you know, aside from the whole breeding situation. Like oh my gosh, how the roles have reversed now he's kicking at her. Look, he's mad at you, Dinky. See, he came over to be friends with her and now he's mad at her now because she just kicked at him and now he's kicking at her. Guys, they're going face to face. Oh, Dinky. They were just face to face. Will they be lovebirds or not? They're still warming up to each other, even just to be like friends. She's not having it. She's like, no. Oh, and then we got this one. So it is the next morning. Dinky and Jack were out together in the pasture for the first night together last night, and they're both alive this morning, so that's good. Hi, sweet baby. Dinky was actually just in the stall, so she just made her way out. Okay, they seem a little bit more comfortable coming up next to each other. Hi, Dink. You're such a good girl. So I'm just casually walking out here looking, and yeah, that didn't take long. That kind of happened quicker than I expected. So yeah, all right, maybe we'll have a baby donkey sooner than we expected. So it's been a little over a week now of Dinky and Jack being together, and I'm so excited because it worked out really successful. They do really well with each other. Everyone's hanging out, but as you can see, now Jack's gonna come on over. But it's worked out really well. They've gotten along. Now he's gonna, of course, hey, I think he's saying get away, but he's like, I don't even care. Hi, Jack. He loves people, so he's like, I'm definitely coming over to get some scratchies. But they get along really well, and as you guys saw a bit ago, that they are obviously mating. They'll be able to tell exactly when she's in heat, so if she was in heat, that would have been crazy coincidence of the exact time. But maybe, you know, I don't know. What are you two doing? Like, she's the aggressor. Put those ears back up. Oh, you're gonna yell at him. And he backs down. That's a good boy. This is honestly how they pretty much always are, just hanging out. But he was in the stall, as you guys saw, and they'll be at completely different parts of the pasture mostly throughout the day, and then they hang out together. They'll kind of walk side by side. But that wraps up today's vlog. I'm so excited that this worked out. I'm excited for what's to come, if there is anything to come, and if not, I'm just excited that they get along really well. The pasture seems like it's all coexisting really nicely, so that makes me happy. So yeah, our donkeys are together, and maybe we'll have a baby donkey. Who knows? If we do, you guys will certainly know. I'll probably wait and see if I can start to see like a belly or anything start to form. And then if I do, then I would probably get a vet out and kind of see if they can do an ultrasound or something like that. But I will definitely keep you guys in the loop. If you have any other knowledge about donkeys and breeding donkeys, let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys liked today's video, if you guys are excited for a possible baby donkey, make sure you go and give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Make sure you turn those post notifications so you don't miss any videos. And of course, any updates about Dinky's pregnancy possibly. Then make sure you subscribe down below. All right, you guys, well, we love you and we'll see you in the next one.